Hello, everyone. We are on day 2 of the challenge. I'm in a different location hiding in my house. Now I'm in my daughter's room. So for those of you who joined us yesterday, my name is Maria Dismondy, and I am a children's book author. I'm a mother. I'm a publisher. I'm just like all of you mamas and papas out there. I wear many hats in my role in this life. And what we're doing today, we are actually this entire week, we are being intentional about our parenting. We're taking one topic per day in the form of an email that is less than 250 words. We also have this live video that you can watch live or on a replay every day at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then last but not least, we have a one-page workbook that we encourage you to fill out and journal to really take action on the topic that we're talking about during that day. So today's topic, hello to my viewers. I'm not sure who it is. Sometimes it tells me, sometimes it doesn't. So today's topic is leaving a legacy for our family, leaving a legacy for our children. So what is it that you think about when you think of leaving a legacy? Initially, I think of someone who does something earth-shattering, like Mother Teresa left a legacy for the world. Or, I think of these, like Fred Rogers left a legacy to the world. But here's the deal. We as parents, we can find the extraordinary in the ordinary. And that's what we have to do. Because I don't know about you, but I'm definitely not a Fred Rogers, and I'm definitely not a Mother Teresa. Okay, but I am a human being and I'm a mother, and there are certain things that I can do in my home that make memories for my children. They do not have to be fancy. They do not have to cost a lot of money, but it's when my children are in their 20s, 30s, they're going to look back and they're going to remember these things. They're not always going to remember what you bought them. They're not going to remember what you gave them, but they'll remember how you made them feel. I know you've heard that one before. Hi, Mandy. Children are going to remember how you made them feel, all those warm and fuzzies. So I want to share with you today a couple different legacies, miracles to be found in the mundane. So I want to share with you, we're going to brainstorm some traditions and memories that you can create in your home and that you can prioritize as a family. So I'll share with you 2 of them. One is a little bit fancier than the other, and then the other is just a little bit more ordinary. So the first one is our fancy family dinner. And so I think my girlfriend had told me about this. I get the best advice from my friends. And so a fancy family dinner, we do it on Valentine's Day. And we actually, my husband and I get dressed up in our wedding clothes. I know it sounds totally cheesy, but our kids are young and they think it's the cat's meow. I will tell you there are years that my wedding dress does not zip up and we just laugh about it. My husband always fits in the tuxedo because that's just who he is. No matter what I cook, he's always going to fit in that tuxedo. The kids get dressed up in, whatever they have that they feel fancy in. I light candles. I do not make a super fancy meal because I don't have time for that, or I don't choose to make the time for a fancy meal. But I light candles, and I might put out some heart napkins from the Dollar Tree, and I might put out some paper plates that have hearts on them. And last year I might have bought little plastic champagne flutes with hearts on them, and we all had sparkling apple juice for the family. So certain things like that. But my kids look forward to fancy family dinner every year, and I just love that they look forward to that. Is it a lot of work for me? It really isn't. I think the hardest part, honestly, is getting my wedding dress out of the attic every year and having to put it on and guess whether or not it's going to fit. So that's one way that I feel we are leaving a legacy. It's just our family. We spend time together during fancy family dinner. And it's, to me, what are the values that and this is something we talked about in Challenge 1. What is it that Dave Dismondy and I, what do we value? What do we want to instill in our children? And one of the things we want to instill is love and together time. We want the kids to spend time together. We want them to grow up with their siblings. We don't want them to be so busy that they're spending all their time with teammates and with kids who are, involved in activities. We want our kids to be in our home with us, not all the time. We want their friends to come over and stuff too, but we want to make time for our family unit. Dave and I, we want our values to be modeled to our children, and we don't always want an outside source to be modeling those things to our children. So that's what's important to us. Secondly, another, like a little bit more simple legacy or tradition that we have in our family, our tradition, is our dance parties. And this happens just in our kitchen. And we just play music and we dance together. And what we usually do is turn the lights off, and we have this Amazon disco ball that was maybe $9.99, and we turn on the disco ball. And it's super cheesy, but it's something that lifts all of our spirits, and it's something that our kids are going to remember. You know, I told everyone we have some construction going on at our house, and one of the guys, I was talking to him this morning, and he said, I'll never forget the time my parents were getting new carpet in our house, and they had to clear out all the furniture, and they let us roller skate in the house on the subfloor. And I was like, see, it's just those simple memories. Like, what did it take for those parents to allow that? Like, they were already taking out the carpet. They were already taking out the furniture. They allowed the kids to do something that was different and special. And that's something that this 45-year-old man remembers to this day. So it's not about doing things that cost a lot of money. It's not about taking our kids to Disney World every year. It's about taking the ordinary and creating something special within that. You know, when I think about, hi, Nika. Oh gosh, all my peeps are on here. I love this. When I think about the word ordinary and the word extraordinary, I want to share with you, I'm trying to teach my children to look for things. So when we're in the car, I tell them, look out the window and discover. And the other day, my son said, Mom, look at all those deer. I miss the deer. But that's what I'm trying to show them. Like, if you just look out into, you know, nature, and you take your time, and you're not so busy, and you're not on your phone, and you're not watching TV in the car, you can see these beautiful little miracles. I love to bike ride, and I do this while I'm bike riding. And I see caterpillars, I see snails, and this morning I saw these hilarious, humongous looking mushrooms. And these are things that I would completely miss if I were just deep in my thoughts, going on my way, and I wasn't taking time to really appreciate the ordinary. The ordinary can be something that you turn into the extraordinary, that can be a memory, and it can be a legacy that you leave for your children. Think about it. If today was your last day on earth, what would you want your children to remember? The time you spent with them, the way you made them feel. And it's not about all the stuff. And you see on Pinterest, these parents doing all these things. You don't have to do all that. Just love on your children. Love on your children. Be consistent. Make mistakes. And then get up the next day and try harder. And be good to yourself. And forgive yourself for those mistakes you made. All right, everyone. Happy Parenting with Purpose, Day 2. Can't wait to talk to you tomorrow. I'm signing off. I'd love to hear some of your traditions in the comments below. Mika!